Hey, what's up guys, it's Size here. So let's get started with this investing tutorial. So the first thing you want to look at is the look of the limited. If it does not look nice, then it's not going to do well. The next thing you want to look at is demand. If it has a high demand around like 20, then it's decent. A high demand would be like the Camel Commando, where it gets like 100 per day, as you can see here. And the next thing is the amount of owners it has. So this has 15,000 owners, which is pretty good. If it has too many people, then it's not gonna rise too much, because there's gonna be too many people selling the limited for a low price. And the next thing you want to look at is the amount of favorites. So if the limited does not have a lot of favorites, then not many people want the limited, which means it will not rise in price too much. And the next thing is how much it rises in price over here by resellers. So over here, as you can see, this limited, it doesn't rise too much in price, but it rises by like 600 after a couple people, and it has a decent value, so and a decent demand, and it looks pretty nice. Crimson Wrath looks pretty nice, and not too many people own this limited, and it has quite a lot of favorites. So yeah, I'd say this limited is worth investing in, since it does rise in price sometimes. So yeah. The next limited is the Rosy Smile, which is at 2,279 Robux currently, and it has a value around 2,500, I'd say. It does rise in price a lot, and it has a huge amount of potential. The demand is quite high. It gets around 20 per day, and the favorites, it's pretty good, and it looks pretty good too. And there's only 5,000 sold, so that's pretty good. And it goes up to 3,500, so yeah, you can make a bit of profit from this. And the next one is the Core Box Keeper. This looks pretty good too, and the price will rise. It has risen before in the past to 2,600 and 2,300 and stuff, so you can actually make a lot of Robux from this. And the favorites is pretty high, and there's not many sold, so that's pretty good. And the next one is the Recycled Cardboard Shades. This rises a lot too. It actually, here you can see it rose to 3,500, which is a huge amount of Robux that you can be making. And the favorites is pretty good, and the amount of sold is only 15,000, so that's pretty good. And as you can see here, the price does rise a bit, so yeah, there's a lot of potential in this one. And the Camel Commando, this does really good. It gets around 150 sales. There's only 20,000 sold, and it looks pretty good, and it is a commando after all, so it will do pretty good. You just have to wait a bit, guys. Don't just trade it off and stuff. So yeah, it rises. It doesn't rise too much, but it does have a high demand, so that's pretty good. It has a lot of favorites. It looks really nice, and yeah, the examples of limiteds that I have invested in that have done really well are the Sinister Branches and the Chill Cap. The Sinister Branches, I bought them for 1,000 Robux, and I sold them for 3,000 Robux afterwards, and I made 10,000 Robux. Not only that, I also made Robux from the Chill Cap, which helped me get to 10,000 Robux. I bought them at 400 Robux, and they rose all the way to 1,000, so yeah, that's pretty good. And mistakes that people usually make is when a limited, it just stays a price, like it's rising really slowly, but it has a really nice look and has high demand and stuff, and it doesn't have too many owners. Example of this is the Catching Snowflakes and the Beautiful Space Hair and the Deluxe game headset. Space Hair, let's search it up right here. So yeah, so people, they thought that these Catching Snowflakes, it looked ugly at the beginning. They thought that, and oh, look at this link one with the sales. Yeah, so they thought that the the Catching Snowflakes, they look really ugly, and that they were just an uglier version of the Prankster. But it turned out to be a pretty good limited at the end, it does have a high demand. And so yeah, if you see a limited like this that looks pretty nice, you should definitely go ahead and buy it. Same thing with the Deluxe gaming headset. I saw potential in this, so I bought it at a low price and it rose. And same thing for the beautiful hair for beautiful space people. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys learned something new about investing, and don't forget to subscribe.